Did you know that you could take your TV from this to this? Honestly, I was shocked when I saw how much of a difference the Lytmi Fantasy Plus kit made in terms of immersion, both for watching videos, for watching movies, and for playing games. Now, I've seen the Phillips Hue sink, but it is expensive, $500 for just the basics, or over $900 to match our partner Lytmi's new flagship Fantasy Plus kit that comes in at $299, so that is less than a third of the price. Or you can actually get the Essentials bundle for just the TV kit and then be able to add extra accessories later. Plus, you can get 10% off using our link down below. Now, to be honest, I was a bit skeptical at first. You guys know that we get thousands of companies that reach out to us. I turned most of them down, and I thought that this kit had to have some major compromises. But when I looked at the specs, I saw that this new Lytmi supports 4K 60, 1080, 120, HDR, Dolby Vision, just like the Phillips Hue. So we agreed to check it out, but I was still hesitant to see how it would perform, and like I said, it blew me away. Starting out with watching videos. This thing gives you such an immersive experience. Right here, I have a 55-inch TV, and I have it set up on my office because right now I'm still working on my basement man cave where this TV will go later. And even though it's set up here and it's not optimal, the results are still amazing. It starts out with the sync box that controls everything and the light strip that goes on the back without any cutting. And then we have the two light bars on the side that add extra fill. Now, I wish I could have these a little bit further apart, which you'd be able to in your home, and I'll be able to do that later. But even here, the results look awesome, and these can actually be laid flat. I'll show you guys everything that comes in the kit and how to set it up in just a bit. And then we have the light strip at the top, which you can actually put below a couch, behind a console table, whatever you want. You can get an extension kit, and it's not obscenely expensive like Hue is, and that just fills in the whole room, and only when it actually is needed based off of the content. And everything is controlled with the app that is very easy to set up and use, or you can use Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or SmartThings along with the desktop app. Now, for movies, especially ones with action, the results are crazy. The regular TV by itself looks boring, but with Lytmi, everything gets filled in with matching colors, and it just gives you a whole nother experience. You guys know I have a big theater set up in my basement. This fills in the whole room with color, kind of extends your screen. It's a little bit different than that, but it changes the ambience even to what theater can't do, and you just have your normal TV. Now, I was worried that the Lytmi wouldn't be able to keep up, it'd be a little bit janky, something like that, but it worked great, even though it is just a sync box on its own. There's other options on the market, but they require this clunky camera with this arm that sticks off of your TV at all times, and you have to put little sticky pads to calibrate to be able to do a good job. Well, now there is a great alternative. Now, I don't just want to focus on movies. Inside the app here, we have our video function. We also have recreation, which I was using for live concerts, for music videos, and then we have a gaming mode. Now, if you're somebody that likes to turn on music and music videos in the background, just to have it play, have a visual, this just takes it up to a whole nother level, especially for music videos that are more colorful, or when you have different stuff going on, or even just for a basic thing, because you have visuals that expand much further than just your TV. And they also have this whole music tab section where it will actually listen to the audio if you're not playing visuals, and you can switch between different modes for how fast you want it to update, and it will go off of that, so you don't have to be playing music videos. Now, where I think this was really awesome is for gaming. Whether you're playing an action or an adventure game where you're walking around, or maybe driving a car, or playing a first-person shooter, my experience was great, even though I thought that it wouldn't be that good. I thought I would just want to focus on the content. I wouldn't want anything distracting. but it was actually quite surprising. Now, out of the box, they actually have this gaming mode that you can select, and then in that gaming mode, it is optimizing for playing games. Now, sometimes when things reach a corner and they're quickly changing, I did notice that it was just flashing a little bit too much, but thankfully in the app, there's actually this diffusion setting which will adjust how often things change and how close they need to be and how bright. So I actually was able to switch from the crazy, very fast one, and that is great for things like Rocket League, where there's a lot of stuff going on, down to a lower level where I still get that nice immersive effect, but it is not distracting, and that's easy to do in the app. So depending on your preference and what kind of game you're playing, you can adjust that so you can still enjoy the experience and it doesn't really pull you out of it. And with that, you can adjust the brightness on the main kit as well as all of the other lights individually. Along with that, we have this scene tab, so you don't have to have your TV even on to be able to set an ambience in your room. And now let me show you how easy it was to set this up when I got it. This is the new Lytmi Fantasy Plus TV backlighting kit. It comes with 3 different pieces. Now, this is the main kit right over here. On this top card, we have the instructions as well as QR codes for the app. And inside we have our user manual, these sticky pads and the hardware to install it, along with an HDMI cable that will give you full performance. Now here is the actual Lytmi Neo box. This is the updated version with HDMI 2.0. We have our power adapter right over here, and then underneath is where we have our LED strip that can support 16.7 million colors, and it has a USB Type-C port instead of a cheap micro. And here are the light bars. I'm honestly impressed with the build quality of these. The plastic feels nice. You definitely are getting your money's worth. And then underneath here, we have these mounts if you're gonna be putting them vertically, along with all the other necessary hardware, including multiple mounts if you wanna stick it to your wall, either flat or at an angle, and high quality 3M stickies. And the third box is the additional light strip that you also get to kick up the lighting. Here we have a tiny control box along with the other hardware and the light strip itself. Now, as far as the actual installation, it's actually pretty easy. To start off, you want to clean off the back of your TV so there's no dust or anything so the strips stick well. And then unwind the actual strip, and there's different sections, one for each side. I started out with the bottom right-hand side because that's where my USB-C cable is going to be. And then I just worked my way piece by piece, doing the top, the left-hand side, and then the bottom. Make sure you press the strips down firmly so they attach, and then you have these little plastic pieces with 3M tape that's gonna hold down the corners. And in my case, my TV has very slim bezels, so because of that, I have extra slack in the corner cable, so I also use those plastic holders to hold the cables down. In general, you want to hold down the edge of the strip, but if there's any section that doesn't really grip well, you can put it there. Now, I decided to attach the sync box using the included Velcro to the back of my TV because the shape is perfect for that, and I attached it right over here just to make sure I don't have too much slack in that USB Type-C cable. Now, mine is flipped upside down because I wanted to route my cables, but that is up to you. So there we have it. All of the light strips are attached to the back of the TV. They're nice and tidy, and everything is clean and minimalistic. You can go ahead and attach the HDMI cable to your TV, to the sync box, and then plug in the HDMI to whatever you're using. For example, I am using my Xbox. Now, as far as the light bars, these are incredibly easy. All you do is literally plug them into the splitter, and then you plug them into the power adapter and into the wall. Now, this full kit also has a long light strip, which you can attach to your ceiling like we are doing, or you can attach it to the back of your console or underneath your couch. This thing is very long, so we decided to put it right up to the ceiling so that the light will spread onto the wall and onto the ceiling itself. And that just plugs into its mini sync box and then to the power outlet. And finally, plug it in to see all of those strips and bars come to light. And now that all of that is set up, let's go ahead and download the app. Just go to App Store or the Play Store and type in Lytmi, and then you need to register. But the cool thing is you can actually use Google or Apple to create an account. Bam, I love how instant that is. We're gonna allow for Bluetooth, and let's connect a new device. I'm gonna put this in my office, hit plus, and right away we have 4 devices found. It actually pre-selected the Wi-Fi that I'm connected to. It connected to everything. I'm gonna select office, and here are all of the accessories. So with all that said, what is my conclusion with this kit? Well, it does its job way better than I expected. It is highly customizable. It is a lot less expensive than the Hue without a crazy bar on top of it that I can't imagine anybody would wanna do that. And it's very minimalistic. Now, with the actual box, you only have 1 HDMI input and 1 output, and you do need to have something to plug into it. Like I had my Xbox plugged in, or you could do something else. So if you just have a TV, there's no output on most TVs. And with that, if you have multiple devices that you want to connect to it, there's just that 1 input. Now you could solve this with an inexpensive HDMI switcher if you're not already using a receiver, but if you do have a home theater system, then you have multiple inputs going into that, so then it's not a problem. So if you're looking for something that's gonna give you more immersion, something that's gonna set a whole ambience and give you something that's very unique that most people don't have, it's a whole nother experience, and I would definitely recommend it. Even this full-size kit is much more affordable than the other alternatives like the Hue, or you could just get the basic kit if you want to start out and then add on extras when you want to in the future. Go ahead and check it out down below. Click that circle above to subscribe and check out one of those great videos right over there. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next one.